When I was 7 years old, I opened the World Book Encyclopedia, a random volume. It was the P volume. It fell open to puppets. I looked at the 2 pages of it and thought, that's what I'll do for the rest of my life. And that's what I've been doing ever since. I grew up in Medicine Hat, Alberta, so there were no puppeteers. There were no puppet shows even coming through. So I think people kind of looked at my obsession thinking, well, that's odd, and he'll outgrow that. And I started doing shows for money around the age of 14 and suddenly was getting booked all over the province long before I even had a driver's license. So I sort of became the family hobby just because my parents had to drive me around to go to those gigs until I could get a driver's license. A marionette is kind of the modern dancer or the classical dancer of puppetry. It's aloof because you're not inside the puppet. You're holding a control, and through the strings, you're guiding it on its way. The beauty of this control is that one finger holds it. My ring finger goes in there and holds the control, leaving all the other fingers free. So my thumb and my index finger rock this bar, which makes the puppet walk. The knees come up and down. We've added this little thing for my middle finger to raise and lower the arms or move them side to side. I get to live in make-believe land. I'm not even like another actor who has to work with other actors. I get to make my characters. They all exist somewhere in my imagination. And I'm not held to how the world sees me as a performer. You know, as an actor, I would be this gender, this skin color, this age range. That's too limiting for me. So in terms of my job, I can be a fancy lady cow, I can be a ridiculous old horse, I can be a little fairy boy this tall, I can be a burned out female Las Vegas lounge singer. I was making a Thanksgiving turkey and stuffing it with rosemary focaccia bread, and I looked at that name on the bag and I went, that is perfect for a character name.
And her voice is sort of like this, so she's the lowest voice ever.
I can be anything I imagine and put it on strings. So I have the greatest job because there are no limitations.